Hey guys, it's Danny with Piedmont Stump Grinding. Hope everybody's having a good day. We just got out of church, so we're feeling good, feeling motivated, feeling hopeful for the future. Um, Today, I wanted to address and talk about cleanup. It's a topic I get asked about a lot. Um, when we come on the jobs, you know, if we have a big, huge stump, of course there's going to be a lot of chips to clean up, and if the customers wanting to, put grass there or whatever, it needs to, a lot of it needs to be cleaned up before you can achieve grass. Um, Now, sometimes on the smaller stumps, when I start grinding about 2 to 3 feet behind the stump. So what that means is that the earth, the sand, the dirt is getting composted into those chips when it starts hitting the stump. So it does leave a nice mixture there where when the stump starts getting grinded and the chips start flying up, that spikes the acidity in the ground. So what that means, again, I'm no expert, but from what I've been told by the experts, is that the acidity rises in the ground when these stumps are ground. So what that means is the grass needs to be within a certain percentage. I think it's 5 to 7%. You might want to Google that. But it spikes the acidity when you grind the stump. So right after you grind and there's a lot of chips on the ground, it's not conducive to grow grass at that point. Now, that being said, I have read and been told that you wait about 3 rains and it will neutralize the acidity in the ground, and that will get it back down into the range of being able to grow grass. So, that's kind of like what I tell a lot of my folks that call in and ask me. And people do say, will you clean up? Yes, I will clean up, but it's more expensive. And usually I charge a little bit more than maybe a kid with a wheelbarrow or a landscaper that's already in your yard, or somebody that's got less overhead, that can operate and work cheaper. And so I like to be honest and upfront. There's not a whole lot of liability in someone cleaning up your yard. You got a wheelbarrow and a rake. Typically, nobody's going to get hurt. There's not a whole lot of liability in that. If someone comes and doesn't have insurance and license insured to grind a stump, somebody could get seriously hurt. You know, there's all kinds of things that can happen that can go wrong in the stump grinding, and that's why we carry a large insurance policy. It's $1 million and $2 million aggregate for general liability, and that gives me a lot of peace of mind. It gives the customer a lot of peace of mind, and with that, comes a cost. Though it's expensive to operate. So when I get done, I like to just tell people, hey, look, if you got a landscaper or a kid that's got, and sometimes I have people I can refer to. A lot of them go off to college and stuff like that. Kids in the neighborhood that I use periodically. but they do bounce in and out. But typically, I would say a younger person with a pickup truck and a shovel or rake and a wheelbarrow can handle that job, and less expensive than I can. Where I do it, when I do it, I bring in another machine, a dump trailer, and usually it's another truck, or I use the same truck and go back and forth, and it really gets kind of to be a production, putting in the new soil. And typically when I do that, it's people, or I should say it's entities or municipalities that want to, that the cost isn't as big as of a factor. So, they want to deal with all one person, and you have to jump through a lot of hoops to work with these people, for towns, cities, municipalities, what have you. So, I try and steer people away. I do give them the option, but I would say 90%, I tell them I will do it, but I'm probably more expensive than the next person. And I really feel good about that because it's saving that person some money, and it's giving a kid a little bit of work and some money to do some stuff that he wants to do as a high schooler, or early college days or whatever. Have a few extra bucks. So that really I feel like it just works for everybody. So let me know what y'all think about that. If you think that's a good idea what I'm doing, but I can tell you it's kind of worked for me so far. But I'm always open to comments. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope this did kind of address the topic of do we clean up, and yes, we will, but it's just more money. So I hope y'all have a good day and enjoy this weather, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. This is Danny with Piedmont Stump Grinding. You ever need us, give us a call, 919-397-4970, or visit us on our website at stumpgrindnc.com. And we're out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and we service the whole Piedmont of North Carolina. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.